Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What the NFL 1973 Week 1. Today, it'll be the Buffalo Bills of the New York Jets. And unlike Sack to the Future, where you can look up the rosters historically, What the NFL, we have free movement. So what I'm going to do real quick is go over the rosters of the two teams. This will be the only time I can do the Bills roster. But go over the rosters of the two teams and then play the game. Leo Hart and Craig Curry are the quarterbacks. Tommy Mason, Jim Braxton, Ernie Coy. You can look up all these players through Pro Football Archives and find out exactly who they were, heights, weights, and all that. Emerson Boozer, fullback. Wide receivers, Cleve Dickerson, Eddie Bell, Rich Castor, Tom Jardine, James Johnson. Tight ends, Richard Dawkins, Paul Seymour, and Wayne Stewart. Left tackle, Winston Hill and John Rodman. Left guard, Randy Rasmussen and Bob Pynchon. Center, Joe Avisano and Guy Murdoch. Right guard, John Wilbur and Ed Hardy. Right tackle, Steve Smith, Greg Sampson, and Worthy McClure. Defense, left end, Jerry Philbin, Joe Jones, and Lyle Alzado. Right end, Chuck Walker and Ben McGee. Defensive tackle, John Elliott, Bob Bell, and Don Wonderly. Left outside linebacker, Ralph Baker and Jim Hargrove. Middle linebackers, Al Atkinson, Tim Kearney, John Lavin, and George Wells, who, if you're a WWF fan, you may know is the guy that actually choked when Jake the Snake Roberts was put on him in WrestleMania 2. Right outside linebacker Larry Grantham and Ralph Sindrich. Cornerback Mike Battle, Darrell Johnson, Jackie Wallace, John Dockery, Willie Osley, and Tyler Helms. Free safeties W.K. Hicks and Van Green. Strong safety Jerry Stovall and Gus Holloman. The kicker is Momcillo Gavrick, and the punter is Mike Bragg. I didn't do the Bills. One last thing back about George Wells. He is not an Easter egg. There are not Easter eggs in this game. George Wells did play in the Canadian Football League. Okay, the Buffalo Bills. Archie Manning, Rick Arrington, and Brian Sipe are the quarterbacks. Halfbacks, O.J. Simpson, Franco Harris, Harmon Wages, Charles Davis, and Lenville Elliott. Yes, Charles Davis, the guy who does the commentary. But I think it's might be his father or something. Bo Scott, fullback. Wide receiver, Haven Moses, Marlon Briscoe, Harold Carmichael, Ron Jesse, Randy Pataha, and Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. He was drafted by the New Orleans Saints in 1973. He did not play. Tight ends, Jeff Queen and Jackie Smith. Left tackle, Ralph Neely. Left guard, Jake Cupp, Conrad Dobler, and John Hanna, the future Hall of Famer. Center, Jack Rudney and Wayne Fowler. Right guard, Bob Kuchenberg and Joe O'Donnell. Right tackle, Forrest Gregg. Left end, Ron McDowell. Right end, Al Collins, Harvey Martin, Verlin Biggs, and Alvin Bethay. Defensive tackles, Merlin Olsen, Paul Dixon, Sam Silas, and Ernie Holmes. If you watch the playoff game at the end of the 72 season, you'll know that I had Mean Joe Green. He retired. Apparently his age was listed incorrectly and retired much sooner than he should have. Left outside linebacker, Paul Guidry, and Carl Weathers from Lethal Weapon. Yes, he played for the Raiders in the NFL. Middle linebacker, Steve Starnes and Tom Jackson. Whoa, Tommy Jackson. Right outside linebackers, Gus Otto. Marty Schottenheimer returns to the Bills in 73, and Mike Stratton. Cornerbacks, Curtis Johnson, Pat Fisher, Butch Bird, Booker Edgerson, and Jimmy Warren. Free safeties, Rick Volk, Tommy Casanova. Strong safeties, Ernie Kellerman, Cliff Harris, and Mike Wagner. Kicker, Jimmy O'Brien, and the punter is Ray Guy. I drafted him in the draft. So let's get on with the game now. Thank you for your patience in this lead up. What do we want to set season goal as? Ten wins. Alright. Well, we're not doing the trading in this league. Play full game. But the NFL, okay. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see something. Did the Bills change uniforms in 73? Real quick. That was the year that O.J. rushed for 2,000 yards. No, they still had these uniforms. Okay, so we got another year of this. Let's do this. So it was an interesting draft. As you can see, I picked up Harvey Martin. I got Ray Guy. Got some good ones. I did lose a few, like Joe Green. I picked up Merlin Olsen in free agency. We don't have a salary cap because there was no salary cap back then, so it wouldn't make sense for us to run a salary cap. My brother got the Cowboys off to a 35-0 victory over the Detroit Lions. There's Larry Grantham, so he's playing longer than he did in reality. He retired after 72. But this is what we said. Hi, Stonewall. How are you doing? Speaking of Stonewall and his victory in Week 1. Jerry Philbin showing off for the crowd. Of course, the Jets would have been playing at Shea Stadium in 1973. Larry Grantham, the original New York Titan, still with the team, 14 seasons. Now, if you see something that you know is wrong, a guy's race, that's the one thing I will correct. Their uniforms, I am not doing the uniforms. If they're in classic uniforms, Kappa Classics did the original roster, and he was the one who did that. The drafts, and after that, I did. So, they're modern uniforms. Leo Hart, who only played in the NFL and actually played with the Buffalo Bills through 72 and then went off to play in the World Football League for one season. He somehow, in this game, upended Joe Namath. Again, we're not doing the ratings. The ratings are what we're given, and we're dealing with it. Jimmy O'Brien, the real-life hero of Super Bowl V, gets us kicked off, and we will start. Let's take a look at Leo Hart. Now, if you're wondering, where's Joe Namath? Joe Namath is a backup in Dallas to Roger Staubach. Leo Hart, those are his ratings. They don't, for some reason, have his last season stats. That'd be cool if they did, but they don't on the Week 1. They'll have his stats from here on out, though. Tom Jackson's out on the field on his to get his first snap as a rookie. And Emerson Boozer's going to take the handoff, and he's going to be brought down. And let's take a look at this New York Jets starting offense. We went over it before the game broadcast, but let's take a look at them in action. Winston Hill, Randy Rasmussen, Joe Avisano, John Wilbur, and Steve Smith. Cleve Dickerson, Jim Braxton, Tommy Mason, Richard Dawkins, and Eddie Bell. And Eddie Bell and Cleve Dickerson both have given me fits in the past. Again, you're only seeing this Jets for the first time if you follow the series, but we have played. This is our 4th season. Oh, incomplete, as he looked for Richard Dawkins and could not catch the ball. Let's take a look at the Bills' defense. Al Collins, Merlin Olsen, Ron McDolan, Harvey Martin, Paul Guidry, Steve Starnes, and Gus Otto. Curtis Johnson, Ernie Kellerman, Rick Volk, and Butch Bird. And those are the guys that made the starters. There's guys like Booker Edgerson and Mike Wagner and Cliff Harris on the bench. I really have loaded up on defense. Hopefully I can get something done with it. Oh, and they're going to make the first down. They will get enough for the first down. He had come way back. I was not able to get there to get the tackle. Rich Castor. Not a good look, not a good move. And little Bobby Bell gets the first down. And if you're wondering why a receiver's wearing number 7, well, in 1970s, Bobby Bell really did play for the Jets and really did wear number 7. Try to get the numbers as close to possible as I can. Sometimes if there's multiple guys on the team that wore the same number, then the other ones are guys who never played pro ball but got drafted and in this universe are making the team. So they have the numbers that the Madden assigned to them, or if they were wearing somebody else's numbers, I just gave them the closest number possible. Rookie Harvey Martin's now on the field to rush the passer. Oh, but Tommy Mason is going to take off, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on that carry. It'll be 3rd down. Cliff Harris makes the tackle. You might have seen that play back then as a Cowboys versus Vikings, but not in what? The NFL. And I took that name from a series on NFL.com that said, What If? For the NFL. Yeah, the NFL. And then another like, What the Hell? What the NFL kind of rhymes. So, 4th down and 4. And we'll see Momcelo Gavrick, who played 1 season in 1969, try to kick a 52-yard attempt. And it's good. So Momcelo Gavrick from 52 yards away nails it. And Mr. Wonderful is going to bring it out. That was the first time since I switched to this black controller that a guy did a move without me doing it. It was wonderful come to a stop, but then I was able to get him back going. Archie Manning, who got injured in the divisional playoff game. And was unable to finish, is back out on the field now. Tries to go to OJ, but it is knocked away. Take a look at the Bills' starting offense. Ralph Neely, John Hanna, Jake Cup, Bob Kuchenberg, and Forrest Gregg. Haven Moses, Franco Harris, O.J. Simpson, Jackie Smith, and Marlon Briscoe. Now, I do want to say something about O.J. being on this team. We do not condone nor support the professional football players' actual lifestyles. There's just historically accurate names, and he did indeed play for the Bills. Sack the future be the same way, regardless of how much of a monster somebody may have been. If they played, they play. That's it. Archie Manning to Haven Moses. That would have been quite the combination. Archie Manning, who never got to play in a playoff game in his career with the New Orleans Saints and Houston Oilers, has already played in some with the Buffalo Bills. But it was actually Darryl LaMonica who took me to the Super Bowl in 1970. The Super Bowl I lost to the Cowboys. And Larry Grantham, the ageless one, just gets it. Oh, and O.J. Simpson's injured. So in 1973, in real life, O.J. Simpson rushed for 2,003 yards, becoming the first running back to cross the 2,000 threshold. And we had a bad start to our 1973 version. Luckily, I do have free movement, so if he is out, I can go pick up a player to replace him on the roster, as I will carry the 53 Hill of it. And Larry Grantham again, who is frozen in place after that sack. That's an interesting dance. 3rd down at 23. Is it caught? No, it's dropped. Harold Carmichael dived for that catch, but it was unable to come down with it. O.J. Simpson bruised ribs. Okay. 4th down and 23, though, and the rookie, Ray Guy, will come on. Hall of Fame punter. In fact, the only Hall of Fame kicker in NFL history. He was good enough for Al Davis to draft him. He was good enough for me to draft him. Knocked away. Looked like Cliff Harris come running up on the blitz, was able to get up and knock the ball away. The draft class: John Hanna, Harvey Martin, Tom Jackson, Ray Guy, Lenville Elliott, Paul Orndorff, and I missed the last one. Charles Davis it was. What do you think? How did I do? Second down and 10 now for the Buffalo Bills. Bobby Bell comes in motion, or for the New York Jets, I should say. Intercepted by Paul Guidry. That's got a chance to go. No. Leo Hart's pass is picked off by Paul Guidry, and the Bills will start first and goal at the 10. Paul Guidry, who made a habit of that in 1972, intercepting passes. He had 4. And OJ cannot get past the front wall of the New York Jets. And take a look at the Jets defense. Jerry Philbin, John Elliott, Joe Jones, Ralph Baker, Al Atkinson, Tim Kearney, Larry Grantham, Mike Battle, Jerry Stovall, W.K. Hicks, and Darrell Johnson. You could tell who was on the roster when we downloaded it and who has joined since.
There we go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
And that pass is complete to Haven Moses for the touchdown. Manning to Moses, first touchdown of the 1973 season. And if you look down on the bottom, you'll see that the New England Patriots, the defending the NFL champions, beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 35-9 to start out 1-0 there, under the leadership of former Buffalo Bill quarterback Kay Stevenson, and future Buffalo Bill head coach. The kick is blocked, and you got that. I could tell it was going to be blocked from the minute the ball was snapped. So all teams can make trades and draft who they want. Yep, the CPU is trading. Sure, all is legit and legal. We are not bound by the Sack to the Future rules. This is a second concept I wanted to try, and my brother was willing, and we've been doing it for 4 seasons. But I just decided I wanted to do something for YouTube. Oh yeah, well, they've got guys on the trade block, so I imagine they do. I don't follow the transactions week to week. I only edit the teams when I go to play them. Like, for instance, since Stonewall isn't broadcasting, mainly because his internet is so poor where he lives, but you'll see that when we actually do play, that it takes a while to get the games in. And of course, they don't save them, so we got to get lucky. But anyway, he's more likely to... Oh! Cleve Dickerson with a nice catch down the sideline. And Butch Bird was able to make the tackle. You'll see that, he would be more likely to see a name like Tyrod Taylor than I will, because I will edit them, but I'm not doing uniforms and I'm not doing ratings. So just because I have Franco Harris on my team doesn't mean he's actually the Italian Stallion. Well, in that time, Bobby Bell didn't look, and neither did Ernie Kellerman on the coverage. So it'll be second down and 10. Harvey Martin gets into a 2-point stance. Leo Hart going to take off, and Ron McDowell, who's still there in Buffalo and still making plays, gets the sack, his first of the season. Third down and 15. He was a Sack to the Future. He is a Sack to the Future original, as he was playing with the Houston Oilers back in 1960. So here we are 14 seasons later. This one, in theory, should go a bit quicker. I try to get in 1 or 2 games a week. Again, Sack to the Future takes precedence. And tonight, John M. and I are supposed to go. There may or may not, Phantom, depending on time, be the Redskins-Eagles. But if not, that'll Packers and Lions will be the last game for week 9 for Sack to the Future, and we'll advance to week number 10. So Momcillo Gavrick lines up this time for a 55-yarder. He made a 52-yarder. He could tie the game with a 55-yarder. He's going to be wide left. Well, you know that it's Thursday night, so John is off. However, I do have Thursday Night Football on tonight, although I'm not really interested in this game. Jaguars and Dolphins honestly kind of sucks. O.J. Simpson on the reception out of the backfield, and Archie Manning is 3 for 5 to start, 57 yards, but we need to get... Won't be back till Monday. Uh-oh. More going off to fight some more Phantoms? In the fighters in the Phantom Zone or whatever? And OJ is brought down in the backfield. It looked like he tackled himself, didn't it? 2nd down and 15. I don't know if I'll get this play off. Yep. No. That is the end of the first quarter with the Buffalo Bills leading the New York Jets 6-3, and it's 3rd down and 10. You see a blitz coming out of the Jets. Oh, he dropped it. Number 22 was able to turn around and make the hit, and Haven Moses dropped it. And Jimmy O'Brien makes a field goal, so it's now 9-3. And yeah, I am collecting some of my favorite players, you know, like Archie Manning, Jimmy O'Brien. A lot of it too, drafting Paul Orndorff wasn't necessary. I mean, he never made an actual NFL team, but just having... There's actually 2 pro wrestlers in this game. George Wells is on the Jets and Orndorff on the Bills. But they were both eligible because they actually were played... or either drafted or played pro ball. They're on Pro Football Archives, so they count. No, it's not the best methods for putting a team together. Well, we are in the 70s, so yeah, kickers is a must. I mean, the Jets for some reason are going with a guy that only played 1 year, but again, the ratings, he might have been put into a name that was... I don't know how Kappa did the original ratings, and then once you get past the original stuff, the draft comes from a guy, I can't think of his name right now, that does the drafts in the 70s. All I've had to do really is fix height, weight. There's a couple, like, if he runs out of names, he goes with authors or musicians or whatnot, just to fill out the original names. I go to the Canadian Football League draft and replace those names, so. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Leo Hart. And that pass is complete, again, down along the sideline, the hole in the cover 2. I believe it was Rich Castor. The pass is complete to Dickerson. Cleve Dickerson was more of a coach back then than a player, but he did play in the Canadian Football League.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here we go.
And Tommy Mason is introduced to the rookie Harvey Martin. Harvey Martin came unblocked and made the tackle in the backfield. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Tommy Mason down to the 2-yard line. And Leo Hart is 7 of 14. Now, not to be confused with Leon Hart, who also, I believe, played quarterback in the NFL. This is Leo Hart. And nobody covering Bobby Bell. You have a zone defense on, and they just stand there watching Bobby Bell get open for the touchdown. And right now the game is tied at 9, pending the extra point. The Atlanta Falcons lead the Dolphins 7-0 as Craig Morton is 4 for 5, 55 yards. The Bengals and Bears tied at 7. Jim Plunkett for the Bengals. Amos Marsh. Dan Pastorini starting for the Bears at 5 for 5. So trailing 10-9 with 4:51 to go. The Steelers, Van Brownson getting the start for Pittsburgh. I wonder what's wrong with Terry Bradshaw. Patriots get the victory over the Jaguars. King Corcoran. 214 yards passing. And K. Stevenson, 205. OJ getting ahead for no gain. He's now got 5 carries and -4 yards. Tampa Bay in Arizona, Indianapolis and Denver. Oh, why did I throw there? Why did I throw there when circle was wide open? I saw it and nothing I could do about it. 3rd down and 10. There we go. I went back to the same play and it worked. Marlon Briscoe down the sideline and a huge first down from Archie Manning. Marlon Briscoe, if you don't know, he made famous. Is this still the new controller? Yeah, it is. On the first kick return, Mr. Wonderful stopped, came to a stop, but I think he was just posing because, you know, he was jacked back, especially 73. As a real youngster, he would have been in great shape. And O.J. Simpson down to the 3-yard line. His first big carry of the game. 6 carries, 28 yards. That one goes for 34. And it is 1st and goal for the Buffalo Bills. Could not get moving, but I do get 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and goal for the 1. And one of the benefits of Madden 19 is this play right here. The quarterback sneak works much better in Madden 19 than Madden 18 or Madden 20. And Archie Manning is in for the touchdown. I'm going to be honest, in this free-for-all, we get 30 seasons in a EA Sports franchise, and we started in 1970, so if we're able to get all through it before the game breaks or they shut off the online or whatever, we would get up to 1999 as the last season. So my goal quarterback-wise would be to get, I started with Darryl LaMonica, made the Super Bowl, didn't win. I got Archie Manning the following year. He came in week 3 or 4 to replace ineffective LaMonica. Missed the playoffs in 71, but I was back in the playoffs in 72 with home field advantage, although I did lose the divisional. I'd like to have Manning till around 1983 or so, when I can draft Jim Kelly or John Elway. Excuse me, and then take him to Peyton Manning in 98. So it is 1st and 10 at the 39 after the big return. Leo Hart under center. And Harvey Martin in the backfield again to get Tommy Mason, but Mason's able to fight him off and drag Martin for 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. we're at the 2-minute warning. The Bills lead the Jets 16-10. You're watching What the NFL on the VinnyXWolf channel.
After this short timeout, we remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando.
A couple other things I'd like to do with the NFL. I think that between Sack to the Future and What the NFL, I've got enough playing in. Just, you know, especially the way the game sucks at times, you really can't drive yourself too nuts. So I think I want to do some simulation stuff. I'm just trying to figure out exactly, like the alternate series, but more of a full... Oh! I took control of the defender and then moved. Kelly or Elway, yeah, in 83. Those would be my preferences just because of the style of play I run. I don't think Dan Marino or Tony Eason would be... you know, I'd rather have a mobile quarterback, and you may not think of Kelly as a mobile quarterback, but he was at one point. So the long touchdown pass to Dickerson, 17-16, Moncello Gavrick, connects on the extra point, and the Jets are back up by 1. The Bills will get the ball to start the second half. And Orndorff is not going to be able to bring this one out. So we are now in full 2-minute drive. Here comes Franco Harris onto the field. He has yet to get a carry, but, you know, they like to show the guy the backup at all times for some reason. Meanwhile, he's not even on the field. We got Haven Moses, Jackie Smith, Harold Carmichael, Marlon Briscoe, and O.J. Simpson as my backs and receivers right now. O.J. picks up 2 yards. Harold Carmichael is backpedaling. Will I tank in 82? Hopefully I'll have some trade bait. So it is 3rd down and 11. Not exactly the way you write it up. But the Jets call timeout. Pass is complete to Briscoe, and Larry Grantham is hurt. Pass is complete to Marlon Briscoe for 57 yards. Boy, when you have receivers that have some speed, oh, it's a whole new ball game. And of course, the quarterback with a gun for an arm. You know, as sturdy and stable as Kemp and Unitas and Starr are, Archie Manning has a better arm. Well, at least this rated Archie Manning. I don't know if the real Archie Manning would. To the end zone, Harold Carmichael, and it's going to be 1st and goal at the 1. Meanwhile, the Miami Dolphins have tied up the Atlanta Falcons as... It doesn't say who had the touchdown. Well, I still haven't used a timeout. The Jets used that one after I had that long completion. And O.J. Simpson with his first touchdown of the season. Although the word touchdown hasn't popped up yet. But it is 22-17. Thanks to the long pass completion from Archie Manning to Marlon Briscoe. I was about to say earlier Marlon Briscoe. He's most famous for being the first African-American quarterback to start a professional football game in America when he started for the Denver Broncos in, I believe, 68. Before going to Buffalo and being turned into a wide receiver. Jim Braxton, who was a Buffalo Bill in the 70s, returns the kick. That was one of those things where I just didn't get the draft. Can't draft all of your real players. Cleve Dickerson, 4 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Still 36 seconds before half. the block extra point. Oh, I missed that tackle again. That pass complete. Rich Caster, third reception, 37 yards. Curtis Johnson on the tackle. And Hart is hit as he throws. Leo Hart, 11 of 19 so far, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far.
They're looking.
Green 39. Green 39.
And that pass is complete to Bobby Bell. They will use their last timeout with 7 seconds left.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Let's go. Blue landed. Throwing on first down.
And Booker Edgerson makes the tackle on Richard Dawkins. And that ends the first half with the Buffalo Bills leading the New York Jets 23-17. Orndorff is back to return this kick. Why is he wearing number 1? Well, he never made an actual NFL roster, but Mr. Wonderful would come out to WWF rings, WCW rings with the word wonderful on the back of his trunks, but the 1 in wonderful was not W-O-N, it was a number 1. Only have 31 rushing yards. I've got to do something about that. OJ breaks a tackle. Fights forward for 2. 1 yard. What a hard-fought 1 yard for OJ Simpson. Joe Jones was right in the backfield, fighting off the block to and that time OJ's ahead for another yard. He's now had 10 carries for 32 yards. Not exactly, I did have over 2,000 yards in 1970, but I'm not exactly headed that way right now with this performance.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here we go now.
Oh, it's intercepted. Mike Battle with the interception. I was looking for OJ Simpson on that play that I hit earlier, and I end up throwing the interception. So, of course, got to make it. Can't take advantage when I have a lead. I've got to play stupid. It's like a Vinnie Vincent rule. Gus Otto with his hand down on the ground over on the right. Oh, and Richard Dawkins can't keep the pass in his hands. He drops it. It'll be 2nd down. Why am I in big nickel? 2nd down and 10. Oh, I thought Starnes intercepted it. Steve Starnes is an interesting character. You will see Canadian football guys sprinkled throughout the league because just there's more teams in 73 or in 2020 or 2019 than 73. So, but with Starnes, it's one of those where it's the rare Canadian guy that I have on my roster. I needed a roster filler at the time to fill a roster spot. Somehow, with injuries, he worked his way in, and he's improved to the point where he's starting now. And so for a guy who never actually played in the NFL, the NFL is his chance. Thanks to some key drops, Mike Bragg gets the punt, a bad punt. Why Ron? I could not get to him to get away from it. But Ron Jesse catches the punt and is tackled immediately and luckily holds on. And here's a look at Archie Manning. 8 of 13, 171 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Pass is complete to Bo Scott, and I remembered of a highlight from a Monday Night Football game where Bo Scott, playing for the Cleveland Browns, running down the sidelines, just looked enormous. It was one of the reasons why I signed him when I needed a fullback. What is the goal? No interception. Second down and 10.
Congrats to the defense, no game. Call fitting your gaps, right? I love it. Exactly right.
Just gets sucked in. 12 carries, 33 yards.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Oh, Jackie Smith catches the ball and then drops it. Does not secure, and it'll be 4th down and 9. 4th down and 9 at their 40. 57-yard field goal. I don't think that's exactly what I want to do. Try our first fake of the season. Bo Scott is the running back, the up back. Just not the speed that I needed. But hey, my drive goal is complete. I did not throw an interception.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one. Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Overthrown.
He has still not connected on a single pass in the second half. But right now, they're going through all the different.
If I heard that right, Hart's not connecting a single pass. Of course, that now means he's going to throw a long touchdown. They've only run the ball 5 times. Have thrown 25 passes. Oh, and Bobby Bell drops the pass.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route,
So, Phantom, what do you think about the Bears having Dan Pastorini?
who's working inside, they might put a big head on him as they try and catch the ball.
Starnes is unable to bring Dawkins down before the first down. So the first completion of the second half leads to a first down for the Jets, trailing by 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity,
Earl Morrow quarterbacking the Packers. And Hart again is hit. There's the Stonewall leading the line, the Cowboys leading the lines 21-0. Falcons leading the Dolphins 21-14 now. Craig Morton has 2 touchdown passes. Willie Ellison has a touchdown run. Danny Abramowitz, playing receiver for the Falcons. Oh yeah, they don't care about Madden. They know they've got us. We're going to buy the game. And hockey isn't as popular nationwide as football, so they need to give you a reason to buy it, to spend your money. The Steelers and Ravens are tied at 7, and we have forced the Jets to punt, and Mike Bragg will come out to punt again. Another bad punt. Yeah, they are. Willie Osley downs the punt. Archie Manning, 9 of 15, 192 yards and a touchdown. What I need to do is get the running game going. Gonna have trouble leading the league in running if I can't run. Oh, I need to catch the ball when it. This. Oh, jeez. Again with the drop. What can I do other than making sure I hit? Well, Phantom, there's nothing I can do about that. This is one of the reasons why we don't really pay a lot of attention on faces in Sack of the Future. That time it was caught. Marlon Briscoe on reception. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason you should like Madden more. Madden's got its issues. We all know this.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
6 for 6? Really? I'm 6 for 6. I think I've dropped a lot of passes there. Another 3 yards for OJ. We got like just under 11 minutes for the game time to try to get OJ the 60 some odd yards he needs to get to 100. 62 yards. Oh, the center. I didn't even see him get hurt. You see, what I don't like about that pattern right there, it was just shy of the first down. But in any other normal situation, you'd be like, oh, well, I can get the first down. Just turn up the field. But in Madden, you don't turn up the field. Ray Guy to punt. I gotta take a phone call.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And that'll bring
Okay, I'm back.
He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing.
So Hart's able to get the pass away there, avoid the sack. And the tight end Richard Dawkins catches that pass. Emerson Boozer runs an early Kellerman. Boozer has only carried the ball twice for 5 yards. I'll tell you, 2K Sports has, well, in my opinion, some of the greatest creation. As far as face goes, I mean, in WWE games, you can actually do face scans. Import face scans. And Ron McDowell with his second sack on the young season, the ageless one. And we're at the end of 3. It is 23-17 Bills.
Jets on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And Dickerson drops that pass. It'll be 4th down and 17.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Well, we all remember Barry Sanders in 1998 started off the first 2 games with just 53 yards and finished the season with 2,053. So, you know, I have specifically gone and got linemen like Gregg and Kuchenberg and Neely and. O.J. Simpson ahead for 21 yards on that carry. Wow. So I got free of a tackle, but my momentum took me 15 yards out of bounds. Fantastic. Loss of 2. And Joe Jones for the Jets is injured. Franco Harris goes nowhere. He loses 3. And Archie Manning is incomplete. I'm literally being held there. After the punt, but still, my gunner was being held right in the line. And that time Hart has to throw it away. Rick Volk was lurking in the secondary.
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And Steve Starnes is able to get in there and knock the ball away from Rich Caster. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb.
Almost intercepted by Ron McDowell. Ron McDowell, who was playing the quarterback spot, he's had himself a great game. 4th down and 10. With 5:26 to go in the game. You know, I did realize though. Oh, we gotta have a face mask. Is Sack the Future's changed its? My brother and I play the same setup as Sack the Future, and Sack the Future's changed, and I haven't. Oh, it's gonna be a penalty on me. Oh well, it's still 1st and 10. Ernie Kellerman with a hold or blocking the back or something. OJ maintains his balance, picks up 2, he's back to 65 yards.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go where things are just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking.
Well, of course, I got a good run, so we're going to be called back for holding.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted.
I think that's the biggest complaint about EA Sports is how the computer cheats so much.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down
OJ head for 12.
into enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are back.
Tim Kearney with the tackle.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as the game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season for the continued care.
Simpson's up to the 40. He's got 89 yards on 20 carries.
That's one that warmed the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, rolled over a few people, and got right on the gun.
Well, 90 yards now. Third down and 3, though.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive game, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Being chased down there.
And Archie Manning gets sacked. It'll be 4th down and 3. That will take us to the 2-minute warning, however. Now, let's see what... I don't know what just happened. Okay.
For the electrifying conclusion. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th. And they won't try and push it. It's a fake.
And the fake didn't work the first time. Call it again. Especially when you're in their own territory. And it works. Now I just got to try to get OJ 10 more yards. And there's 7. Jets call timeout. OJ's got 97 yards now. Yes, we've mentioned that you beat Dallas 35-0. How many Hail Marys did you run?
Like we just saw, would likely put it into this thing.
Let's go.
Oh no, OJ just lost 2. Now he's back to 95. 3rd down and 6, though.
As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And that's 6 for OJ, 101 yards. Well, you got to do better if you're going to try to get 2,000, but that's a good start. You got to, I think the breakdown's like 135 yards game. This will be the last play right now.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll go with the ground attack here.
Oh no, I think I just lost it.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking.
I want to I think I had 103 yards.
We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins.
Okay, 101 yards. I think we will just take a knee this time now.
What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November.
All right, here we go.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
So it wasn't pretty, but it was a win. Beat the Jets 23-17. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. God bless America.